What's up, guys? Let me know if the music is good. I'm on a travel setup right now, but it should be pretty good. It looks like it's going well. All right, guys. So honestly, the music's loud in my headphones. I don't know how to make it go down. It's a little bit too loud. Honestly, the music's loud in my headphones. I don't know how to make it go down. It's a little bit too loud. No, the voice is working. I can see it's working. I can hear it. I can hear the echo on the screen too. Yeah, I gotta go get my coffee. Oracle's up to 196.50s. Bitcoin back over 90,000, which is good. The Nasdaq is green on the day as well. It's at 25,724s. Is the music loud? What about the music? Voice is okay. Music's a bit too loud. Okay, I got you. Yeah, it's loud on my end. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to like take these. I'm gonna have to take these headphones. I'm gonna have to take these headphones off and listen to it like this because it's just too loud. I turn it up maybe a tad bit more, like right there. Voice is clear. I don't know why it's so loud on y'all's end. Maybe I can turn this down. See, what's weird is that, look, I can change it here. I probably gotta mess with it on the headphones. Hold on, let me mess with it on the headphones. Yeah, Christmas rally time. A lot of people are saying there's a Christmas rally now. Let me know if you guys agree. Gold flying up, breaking all-time highs. Let's take a look at gold's chart here. Is the voice volume is loud? Gold up to 44, 43s, almost 4,500s. All-time highs for gold. Broke it over the weekend. Yeah, a lot of people were saying PCE inflation was coming out today, but what I honestly think is I think they're using old economic calendar schedules that are not going on anymore. If you check the Bureau of Economic Analysis website, I do not see any PCE inflation coming out today. It's not for October. I don't even see an October PCE inflation scheduled. And so I said this on X or Twitter. I don't know why everybody's saying PCE is coming out today. I can't find one schedule from the Bureau of Economic Analysis, which is who releases PCE inflation. I can't find one schedule that says it's coming out today. So yeah. And again, if you have a schedule showing PCE inflation dropping today, let me know, because I don't see it anywhere. I don't see PCE coming out anywhere. I would change my mic color, but I don't think I have the mic software to change it from rainbow, but that's all right. Yeah, I can't hear the music at all, which is really weird. Hold on. Here we go. That's better. this is like the heaviest table. This is the heaviest table I've ever seen. There we go. Yeah, I mean, so tomorrow we do have an update on PCE, but it's not October PCE. Tomorrow we have, it's like an update of, I think it's like June, July, and August, or maybe it's July, August, and September updated PCE, and it's just included in the GDP report we have tomorrow, but it's not the October PCE. You know, I see a lot of people saying October PCE is coming out today. Pretty sure it's not. Again, if you remember on Friday, a very similar thing happened, and it didn't come out. So yeah, so we'll see what happens. If we take a look at yields, again, gold breaking all-time highs this morning. Gold is just making some moves. If you look at gold right here, here's gold all-time high. Previously was 43.98. We're now over 4400s here. Oracle back up to 196, looks good. Nvidia sitting at 184s. So Nvidia is back up big here on AI optimism. Again, the calendar is kind of light today. Tomorrow we have Tuesday's GDP release, Q3 GDP. Again, inflation cooled last week to 2.7%. Bank of England's cutting, ECB is holding, Bank of Japan raised rates, and you know, the Venezuela stuff's going on. Option traders are eyeing a year-end Boxing Day expire of roughly 27 billion in Bitcoin and ETH options, which could add volatility around the end of the year. But yeah, Bitcoin back up to 90K. A lot of people are saying this is a Santa rally. Let me know if you guys think it is in the chat. We'll do a poll in a second. I don't know if this would be considered a Santa rally or not, but it's something. But yeah, tech and semiconductors are leading. Nvidia, MU, AVGO, AMD, Intel are all up over 1% in pre-market. So they're looking good. Nvidia up to 184s. That's a big percentage move. S&P, Nasdaq, Dow up roughly 0.3 to 0.5%, 0.5% today. It's a shortened week. You know, we got tomorrow. So we'll see what we get. Yeah, I'm not home today, guys. Obviously, I'm not home. Honestly, I checked the latency, though. The latency might be even better here than it is at home. So I have to mirror the settings at home, make sure the latency is good. But okay, I've got to. Oh, this is what's going on. I got to log into Epidemic Sounds. That's why. That's why. Okay, that's now I see why the sound was so loud. All right, hold on. Let me know if this is too loud. This should be good. If it's too loud, let me know, but it should be pretty solid. Santa rally starts tomorrow. Fed injecting. Yeah, Fed is injecting today. I forgot about that. That starts today. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go grab my coffee really quick. I'll be right back. Yeah, I made myself coffee this morning. Apparently, I forgot to press the button. But yeah, the Fed is set to inject 6.8 billion in liquidity today via repo operation at 9 o'clock this morning, 9 a.m., 30 minutes before the opening bell. That's supposed to happen as part of its year-end funding support. But yeah, it's supposed to be at 9 o'clock. I guess you're right. We should do some Christmas, huh? tune into the market instead of timing the market. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. Next week we don't really have some. I mean, next week, let me check. We have some stuff, but it's not like usually the holiday weeks are slower. So like usually we don't get a bunch of stuff. Yeah, so tomorrow we get GDP, durable goods. Wednesday we get jobless claims, unemployment filings. Thursday the market's closed. Next week we get Fed minutes, jobless claims, and that's it. Next week's a short week as well. Next week market's basically closed Thursday and Friday. I think. I'm pretty sure the market's closed Friday next week, which is the day after New Year's. I'm not 100% sure, but it's pretty slow. We got the Fed minutes report on Tuesday next week, though, on the 30th. We get GDP on Tuesday, December 23rd. Hey, good morning. You all right? Yeah. Is that my coffee? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I appreciate it. I forgot to click it this morning. Bitcoin's up to 90,385s. So Bitcoin over 90. Oracle. See, I bought the dip in Oracle. It's very small though. But yeah, you'll love to see it. It's up a lot. See. Yeah, I'm still in Oracle. It's very small though. Meta has been going up too. Yeah, gold broke all-time highs. The big question is, what does Bitcoin do? Because Bitcoin has been in the 80s and 90s for months now. NASDAQ, where's the new NASDAQ all-time high? It's got to be. Rather look at the regular NASDAQ here. Yeah, so the NASDAQ all-time high has got to be somewhere around 26, low 26s if I remember correctly. It's like 26.3s. No, it's higher than that. It's at 26.655 in October. Daily right here. Yeah, so the high on the NASDAQ is 26,650 or so, wherever that is. So we're getting closer to that, but we're still a ways away. Here, I got. If I do trade early, I'm going to trade this combine. Bro, I don't know why Microsoft Edge does this thing where it doesn't let you scroll it up, except to the bottom. I want to take a look at yields in a second, but look how difficult this is, man. They make it so difficult here. I tried using the daily. It's the mouse, and it's also like Microsoft Edge has this thing where you can only drag a screen larger from the top. You can't do it from the bottom. I don't know why they do that. Bitcoin needs to break and hold over 94.2 thousand. Let me look at yields. So bond yields. Last time I looked at them last week, they were like 4.12%. They are currently at 4.16% right now. So they went up a little bit, showing more hawkish sentiment. See if it lets me go to it. Yeah. So here's yields. They're at 4.16%. So they've gone up a little bit, I think, over the weekend, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, they've moved up since like the 18th. They've gone up from 4.125% to 4.167%. Let me see what the odds of a rate cut in January are after that CPI data. I know people were saying like the shelter data skewed it last week. All right, so currently less than 20% chance of a rate cut in January now. So the odds of a rate cut in January have gone down to only about 1 in 5. So only about 1 out of 5 chance. Less than 20%, about 80 to 20 right now in terms of a pause versus a rate cut. Do you guys think we'll cut rates in January? Let me do a poll here as well. I didn't do a poll today. Yeah, it's looking less likely we're going to cut rates. Oracle at 197. NASDAQ just popped up too. So we'll do a poll. We'll ask people, do we cut rates in January? All right, so there's the poll. Can you guys hear me here? Should I put it closer to my face? I'd love it if you guys could hear me here so I don't have to hold the mic the whole time. But if I got to hold it, I'll just have to deal with it. It's not a new setup. I'm just not home right now. Nvidia expect to ship out 40,000 H200 AI chips. Yeah, I saw that. We'll cover some of this big news that's coming out today too. Hold on. Let me get my news stuff up. Yeah, Nvidia plans to begin shipments of H200 AI chips to China before mid-February, according to Reuters. Initial shipments of H200 chips to China expected to be around 40 to 80,000 units. That's definitely helping markets. That came out about 20 minutes ago. But markets were already still elevated from it. But China's premier says China's State Council is going to study drafting a 5-year plan, which is to include major projects. They're also going to cut retail diesel prices. There's some other news we heard this morning. Netflix has entered a $5 billion deal revolving credit agreement with Wells Fargo. Honeywell also expects 470 million cash payments from FlexJet settlements. They posted earnings as well for Honeywell. They posted guidance 970 to 980. They expected 1065, so lower than expected guidance. Adjusted sales of 37.5 to 37.7 billion. They expected 40.8. So, but yeah, the big news is Nvidia planning to begin shipments of H200 chips to China before mid-February, according to Reuters. 40 to 80,000 units specifically is what they think. Okay, cool. Yeah, the labor market, I mean, it hasn't been good the last few months for sure, you know. Definitely hasn't been good. We've had the data over the last like 3 weeks has been a little bit better. Some of it's delayed data, but it has been better, you know. Again, Nvidia expected to ship 40 to 80,000 H200 chips to China starting in February. Is what they said, February to March. Yeah, so Nvidia has told Chinese clients it aims to ship H200 AI chips to China before the Lunar New Year in mid-February. Sources said deliveries of 5 to 10,000 models or modules would come from existing inventory with more production planned from 2026 and beyond. The plan depends on Chinese government approval, though. And so that's the big hiccup in it, is that they got to get Chinese approval. And the Chinese have been less embracing of U.S. made chips, obviously. And to be fair, the U.S. has kind of been the same way back. So they're kind of doing that back and forth. But yeah, the plan depends on Chinese government approval, which is yet to be granted. It follows U.S. policy shifts, allowing H200 chip sales to China with a 25% fee, reversing a previous ban. But again, this news came out about 20 minutes ago. About 20 minutes ago. Can y'all still hear the music? Is the music off? It is. Okay, y'all can't hear the music. I gotta get this to where it actually plays the music. Uh, music. What do we gotta do? Christmas music? Y'all want Christmas music? I said. And then, okay. This should be a pretty good. Why does Powell's words have a bigger impact on the market than his policy? It's not that it has a bigger impact than his policy. It's that his policy is already baked into the market by the time he does it, right? Like it's already baked in. Like everybody already expects the policy to happen, and so his tone is spur of the moment, if that makes sense, right? So like his policy is already expected. It's already baked in. You can look at yields. You can look at all these other things that show what his policy is going to be, versus his tone, which is spur of the moment, like breaking. Hey, this, like, we don't know what his tone's going to be ahead of the time. Usually you can try to predict it, you could make educated guesses on it, but we don't know what his tone's going to be, and so that generally will make it a little bit more reactive, make markets a little bit more reactive to it. Would you say futures will rip to heights never seen before? Eventually. We don't know when. I mean, that's the nature of things. Generally speaking, if we're talking index futures, they're usually going to go up over time. So like index futures are going to rise over time. It's not going to continually rise without stopping, but over long periods of time, decades, they're going to go up. Yeah, so over long periods of time, they're going up. Yeah, let me know how the setup is here. I mean, it doesn't seem bad to me, but let me know. As long as this computer can handle it. Bitcoin dipped down to almost 90,000 and then ripped back up. If I can get a pullback, I'll buy it, but I kind of need to wait for it. I got to be stubborn with it, I think. Yeah, the yen carry trade, I mean, we'll see. They weren't super hawkish anyway. You know? Savannah. Hey, baby. Come on. Come on. That's a good girl. Now my computer is being weird. Does anybody see this? Yeah, maybe I'm gonna exit out of some stuff. Let me cut out of some of this. Whoa, look. Strange. Let me exit out of some of this stuff. That's weird. I think it's, see, my old computer used to do this. We're back there, right? Y'all can see me well. Silver gonna skyrocket? I'm assuming, you know, gold is already up a lot. Where's silver at? Silver's at 68.80s. Yeah, and the big news last week again, CPI inflation came in lower than expected. It was expected at 3%, 3.1% for core. It ended up showing at 2.7 and 2.6%. So it showed lower than expected everywhere. What people are worried about though is that we're missing data, and a lot of people are saying they just kind of plugged in zero for shelter and other things that artificially brought it down. So it's not real. It's not as low as people think it is. And so people are kind of upset about that. We'll see what some of these other reports show. I'm curious when we're actually going to get October PCE inflation, because again, the rumor was we're getting it today. I don't think we're getting it today. Again, I don't think the BEA is going to just blindly release it. I think a lot of the economic calendars people are using to see it are old, and you know, they're old schedules. And if you look at the BEA site, it's not there. Yeah, silver's up to almost 70. So gold and silver pumping up. Yeah, January rate cuts currently at less than 20% on the CME watch tool as well. So I don't know. Nobody's expecting them to really cut rates in January. It was artificially down, but they did put a warning on the data. Yeah, for sure. A lot of people expected this data to be inaccurate. And to be fair, going into that report, they said it would be inaccurate. Like the government was shut down. It was October data. Or no, it was November data. And the government was shut down half of November, right? So they didn't really collect a lot of that inflation data that they would normally collect. And so it's not a shock to see it's not super accurate. And to be fair, they kind of prefaced it with saying, hey, this data might not be accurate. Yeah. So looking at our poll, 60% of people say yes, they do cut rates in January. I don't necessarily agree with you guys. I think y'all may be wrong. Yeah, I don't necessarily think we're cutting rates in January. I just don't. Are we lagging out? I don't think we are. Yeah, let me know. We should be okay. Alright, guys. It should let us back here. I think it kept the stream going, but... yeah, we got it back up, but... it crashed for a little bit. Yeah, apparently I just had to restart OBS. I don't know, I shut down TOS as well. I don't know what that glitch was. Maybe TOS is using too much stuff, so maybe I could set up charts on trading view. We could put up maybe 3 charts here. This will probably be easier. Hey Savannah. Hey baby. Oh, thank you. Yeah, she's gonna cry. She's gonna cry. Alright, we're back up and running. We're good. We're good to go. Yeah, I didn't realize. So we had like 800 people here. I didn't realize every time that the screen would crash, it would stop the stream for a second. It was weird. Might have to put myself like down here though now. You put this up like this. Might be even cleaner like this. What do we have? Gold. Gold futures. Savannah, it's okay. It's all right, baby. Come here. Hey. Savannah. I know, babe. I know. Come here. That's Savannah. She's a good dog. Alright, so here's Bitcoin. Here's gold. What else? We got to put like Nvidia up. Nvidia had the big news about the H200 chips getting shipped. Alright, guys. Grateful for your early morning streams I watch. Yeah, well, I appreciate the donation, John. We're not going to use the donations to promote other streamers. Sorry, brother. Yeah, I got the news. I'm looking at the news, but I appreciate the donation, sir. Again, spot platinum extends gains. Last up over 5,000. It's over $2,000 an ounce. Again, the big news we got this morning is that Nvidia again expected to ship 40 to 80,000 H200 AI chips according to sources. Nvidia now. See, I felt like it was higher than this though. When I just looked at it on TOS, it was like 184s. Hold on. Isn't Nvidia higher than this right now? Maybe this is just trading view. But I thought Nvidia was at like 184s the last time I looked at it. Is that wrong? Yeah, so I'm still seeing people 55% think the Fed's going to cut rates in January. I disagree. Let's see if we can trade some. I will trade some. Yeah, it's weird. For Nvidia specifically. Like Bitcoin looks right. Gold looks right. But Nvidia looks off. I'm going to try to pull toss up. I'm going to try to pull Thinkorswim back up again. We'll see if it does. Yeah, gold is ripping. Labor market's in the trash. Put this disclaimer up to block my toss thing. That apparently is forcing updates. There we go. Remember, I'm not an investment professional. We're not liable if you lose. No, I logged in. Yeah, I'm logged into TradingView. I made sure to log in before I signed on. Yeah, so if this makes the stream crash again, then I know it's TOS doing it. See, I wish I would have bought that dip. I was dealing with those computer problems. I was looking at buying the dip at 725s or so. That would have worked out really well. Hey, Savannah. Hey, baby. So, yeah, silver's still pumping up. There's gold. Should have fixed this now. I wish I would have bought this dip right here at 725s. I was looking at it. This song's a little bit too much for me, I think. Alright, there's Bitcoin right here. Bitcoin's at 90, 91, 90s. Hey, baby. Alright, come on. Get up here. Come on. Alright. I see Fastenal CEO Daniel L. Florness is going to step down as CEO next year with Jeffrey M. Watts, the replacement. Again, so on Wednesday, December 24th, I'm wondering if we get shortened hours for the 24th. But again, Nvidia is planning to begin their first shipments of H200 AI chips to China before mid-February, according to Reuters. Initial shipments expected to be around 40 to 80,000 units. So we will see what that looks like. Having the gold. Gold's been popping all morning here, but now it's dipping down. It kind of made a big move up and a big move down. Paramount amends superior $30 a share all-cash offer for Warner Bros. Discovery. So again, they are still trying to get the deal with Warner Bros. MicroStrategy bought 0 Bitcoin during December 15th through yesterday, the 23rd, the 21st. So again, MicroStrategy bought 0 Bitcoin during December 15th to the 21st. Again, Paramount also amending a superior 30 share per offer cash. Larry Ellison agreed to provide a revocable personal guarantee of $40.4 billion of equity financing for the offer. So again, Larry Ellison is backing the deal, $40.4 billion of equity financing for the offer. I don't know if this is going to make them change their tune. I think they still want Netflix, but I think it's something. Bro, I see people talking about PCE coming out today. I don't think it is, man. Why is everybody talking about PCE coming out today? Does anybody actually, like, where does people see PCE, man? Yeah, it looks like Bloomberg even fixed it. There's no PCE today. MarketWatch doesn't have it up. Bloomberg doesn't have it up. Trading Economics doesn't have it up. So who's saying PCE is coming out today? Shame. Shame. Yeah, Twitter influencers is what I'm seeing. PCE doesn't come out Wednesday either. We get a revision of PCE tomorrow, but it's a revision. It's not a big one. It's just a revision. If PCE comes out, then what? I mean, what are the odds that the Bureau of Economic Analysis does not schedule it for today, does not report it's coming out today, and then just blindly releases it is the question. If it comes out, it comes out. But again, let me check the Bureau of Economic Analysis website one more time. I checked it all yesterday because I saw a bunch of people on Twitter saying, hey, PCE's coming out tomorrow. It's going to be crazy. But when I check it, I don't see any of it. I don't see this. Where does it say PCE's coming out today? I saw it was originally, look, I even see it was rescheduled. So look, here, this is what I see. Hey, look, let me show you guys. Yeah, I don't even see. This is what the Bureau of Economic Analysis site shows us. This is the Bureau of Economic Analysis website. Okay. Tomorrow we get Q3 GDP going out tomorrow. Q3 GDP, initial estimate, corporate profits. But that's tomorrow, the 23rd. Today's the 22nd. You go to data releases, you go to full schedule even. It's not the same. I don't know why I snipped this instead of just dragging it over here. But look at this. We can go full schedule here too and go all the way down to December. Nothing. It was look. This even shows it's not coming out today. Again, which is what I said, which is the economic calendars are using old schedules. It was originally scheduled for December 19th. They haven't rescheduled it yet. You know, unless they say it somewhere else. Like, we could even go to PCE and look at the next release, and they're going to say tomorrow, probably. But yeah, I don't think it's coming out today. When's the next big data print? I mean, it depends on if you think Q3 GDP is big. It comes out tomorrow. PCE is coming out tonight, definitely, from many sources. What are your sources? Let's hear them. I said it once, I'll say it again. I don't think they're really in the business of not scheduling things and then blindly releasing them. I see, like, we got some coming out tomorrow, but I think it's just a revision data for tomorrow. But it's something. We got something tomorrow. It's not today. Savannah. Hey, baby. Savannah's a sweet dog. I don't know what she is. She's like a pug terrier. Hey, baby. Where are others getting the releases coming out today? Well, I would say it's mostly crypto influencers. But it's not just crypto influencers. I think a lot of people use old economic calendars. And so I think most of the people that cover this data, they don't know how to check the actual website. And so they're just kind of blindly going by a lot of the economic calendars that have schedules out, right? But they don't know the sources of the data. They're just kind of covering it because it's trendy to cover. But they don't really know where to find it. And so if you know where to find it, you can look at the Bureau of Economic Analysis and see it's not scheduled for today. But a lot of them don't do that because, again, a lot of them are just kind of jumping on trends. And so they end up just kind of looking at economic calendars that are using old data and then just kind of restating what the economic calendars are showing is what it actually is. Gold breaking highs again, 44.57. 44.57. Look at gold. Will this be a Santa rally? I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Again, maybe I'll eat my words. I really don't know. Maybe. Biggest thing today is the military announcement. Yeah, are we getting a Santa rally, guys? Looking at this poll, I'm going to end this poll. We got 57% say yes, we do get a rate cut in January. I disagree with you guys. I don't know if we're going to get one right now, but I do think a lot of it depends on the data. But as of now, I don't necessarily think we're going to get it. Look at gold pop. Let me see if we got any breaking news. Again, very recently, we got Paramount amending their $30 a share all-cash offer for Warner Bros. Discovery, and Ellison also guaranteeing $40.4 billion of equity financing for the offer. So financing is basically guaranteed with that offer from Paramount. If we look at Warner Bros. Here, I wonder if Netflix is going to be down. Warner Bros. Again popping up even more. Netflix up. I don't know why they're up on this, but they're up. Paramount, what's Paramount? Yeah, it's PSKY. They're up a little bit too. But I think tech and markets in general are up. I see U.S. suspends offshore wind farm leases over security concerns. I see the president recalls 48 U.S. ambassadors at embassies and missions. Again, okay, Paramount Skydance print sub extending expiration date of tender offer to 5 p.m. on January 21st. So it's like a month from now. Again, for the Paramount offer, it's conditioned, among other things, on WBD continuing to own 100% of its global networks business. Larry Ellison again agreed not to revoke Ellison Family Trust or adversely transfer its assets during pendency of transaction. Again, Paramount also said they will increase its regulatory reverse termination fee from $5 billion to $5.8 billion to match Netflix's. Paramount is publishing records confirming that Ellison Family Trust owns approximately 1.16 billion of shares of Oracle common stock. Again, MicroStrategy bought 0 Bitcoin during December 15th through the 21st, which is yesterday. Yeah, Stoic, I don't see anything about PCE today. I don't know why they're saying PCE even comes out today, because it's not. Will PCE inflation come out this morning, guys? I don't think so. Maybe, but I don't think it will. I don't know. Maybe it's my source here that's wrong about MicroStrategy. I show 0. Japan's finance minister Katayama says we have free hand to take bold action on the yen. Again, Japan's finance minister Katayama says they see speculative moves not based on fundamentals. He says they have free hand to take bold action on the yen. always absolutely ready to take action. He says they can take action as set out in the U.S.-Japan Joint Accord. Hey, Savannah. Hey, baby. Did they buy? Okay, my bad. Look, again, I was reading a post by... The post I was reading. Yeah, so I'm seeing this now. Sailor's strategy increased by 748 million and now holds 2.19 billion in cash and 671,268 Bitcoin. Who posted this then? I'm telling you, you gotta be careful on Twitter, bro. This was Walter Bloomberg posted this. See, people are correcting him in the comments. Do you guys think there's any chance Paramount's offer gets accepted? Again, Japan's finance minister says we have free hand to take bold action on the yen. And this is through Bloomberg. Yeah, so Interior Secretary Burgum announces plans to suspend leases for 5 offshore wind projects that are under construction due to national security concerns. Yeah, we're at 25,743. I wanted to buy the NASDAQ here. Yeah, 2.19 billion reserves. What do you guys think the best stock to buy is today? Oracle flying up. You love to see it. Again, Nvidia. Well, you guys think Oracle will break $200 today? Nvidia at 184s, which is honestly, Nvidia kind of needs this right now. Nvidia's been struggling. News might be a little bit lighter this week, though. I think it's pretty standard. Mullen. TE, CoreWeave. How's CoreWeave doing? What's CoreWeave? I always forget it. CoreWeave is CRWV. Is that it? Yeah. 85.70s. Yeah, big rip Friday for CoreWeave. Friday, CoreWeave ripped up big. Applied Digital. Overnight. Be funny, Nvidia opens, goes up a bit, and then dumps. Maybe. Don't sleep on Mullen. Okay. I've said it once. I'll say it again regarding Mullen. Is Mullen not even public anymore? It doesn't look like it. Nobody wants to buy a Mullen vehicle. The only people that want to buy it are people that invest in the company. You know, nobody wants to buy a Mullen. That's a problem. You know, people want to buy Rivians. They want to buy Teslas. You know, they want to buy legacy automotive vehicles, but they don't want to buy a Mullen. You know why? It's because Mullen's a tiny, tiny company, and it doesn't have any support, and nobody wants to be Clark Griswold. You know, and buy a car that has virtually, you know, no support from the outside. Super new company, you know. Nobody wants that. That's a risky thing for anybody to do. Again, if you guys think I'm wrong, explain how. Outside of you invested in it and you want it to go up, you know, explain how. I'll talk about it. Again, the real big news today is that Nvidia is planning to sell a bunch of H200 chips to China early next year. 40 to 80,000 is the news that came out. That's what's helping microchips a lot this morning too. Coming from the Perma Bear, I don't think he's serious. Nokia. Where's your intense energy today? I'm traveling. I'm on vacation, brother. You know. I'm with Savannah. You'll see Savannah right here. My intense energy is here, okay? But because of lag stuff today and travel setups, you want to see Savannah? That's Savannah right there. Savannah. Hey, baby. You a good girl. You a good girl. Look at the NASDAQ, guys. Wow, NASDAQ up to 25,750s. Right now, just popped up here. 25,750s. That's a good girl. Look at this move. Let me see if there's any news related to this move real quick, though. Do y'all see anything pumping this move up in the NASDAQ? Look at this. Wow. I don't see anything on the tape. Although I could obviously be late. The problem with Twitter is that it reverts back. Like, I want to go to the following section so I can see where economic data comes out. It just doesn't let me. Is Savannah your TA quant? Yes. Yeah, money printing at 9 a.m. That's a big story today for sure. Money printing 9 a.m. No, it's not Rosie. This is Savannah. She's a pug terrier. Hey, baby. Is the volume? Do you mean low volume on the stream or low volume on the move? Again, I wish I would have bought the pullback. Like, the problem is my computer started to mess up right around when we pulled back at like 645, 650. Yeah, we ended up rebounding really nicely from it and then just came back down. I think we're printing, what, today? We are printing, I have to go look. But I think it's like, what, 7 billion? 8 billion? Let me check it. Yeah, 6.8 billion in liquidity today via repo operation at 9 a.m. So the Fed's going to inject 6.8 billion in liquidity today, 9 a.m., 30 minutes before the opening bell. Yeah, I mean, they already decided they were going to print. They announced this during the last Fed meeting. A lot of people interpret it as QE. It's not necessarily QE, but it's injection. We're at 750s now. Again, silver up to 68.90s. They announced like what, a 40 plus billion repo operation. So yeah, it's kind of fake QE is what a lot of people are talking about. That's kind of what it is, really. You know. So tomorrow, guys, we do get Q3 GDP. We don't get PCE today. I don't know why people are saying PCE. Anybody that says PCE is not really paying attention, I would say. Again, look, I'll give you guys a crash course on how to follow this data. You know, crash course on how to follow this data. PCE, as well as GDP, are brought to you by the Bureau of Economic Analysis, what's called the BEA. You can check the BEA.gov website. They have a full schedule of when the data is coming out on the site. CPI and more is brought to you by the BLS, the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Right? You can check their website, and they have accurate updates on when it's coming out. They have reschedules. They show you when it's going to reschedule and all that other stuff. And so today we do not have PCE inflation. Tomorrow we get a revised, I think it's July, August, and September data, but it's not. It might be June, July, and August. But it's not recent PCE tomorrow. I don't think. Not from my understanding. Yeah, it's definitely a positive in terms of liquidity. Yeah, I mean, people assumed it was QE. The bigger news is that, oh, it's stimulative, it's QE. Bitcoin's still at 90,000. The question is, do you guys think this is the start of a Santa rally? Here's the NASDAQ. NASDAQ's up 25,750s. Do you guys think this is the start of a Santa rally right now? Is this the start of a Santa rally? Again, the news is a little light. We had news that Nvidia is planning to ship out 40 to 80,000 H200 chips. Telefonica dropping some news. Check the Bureau of Economic Analysis, make sure we actually get that update tomorrow. I think we do. Let's check. I don't even know if we're going to get the update to PCE inflation tomorrow. Yeah, so this is what I see. Personal income and outlays is what it would be. It says originally scheduled for November 26th. I don't see any report about it today, though. I'm going to watch the tape at 8:30 just in case, but I don't think it's coming out today. I don't see it scheduled anywhere either anymore. Yeah, we got the Chicago Fed National Activity Index at 8:30. But that's very, very small report. Not really market moving. Tomorrow, I do see a bunch of people scheduling PCE for tomorrow, but I don't know if we're going to get it tomorrow either. You can also just type in PCE and look for the Bureau of Economic Analysis website, and then it'll kind of show you when the next one is. It says next release is update July, August, and September tomorrow. So that's what it is. Alright guys, but we'll check this. But I don't think we're getting anything today. I don't even see anything scheduled. We got Canadian inflation data. That's what I see. We do have that coming out. 10 seconds. Is this an early Santa rally? Nvidia did nothing since I bought it after earnings. Let's go Nvidia. Yeah, maybe Nvidia goes up. Is the Santa rally just a low volume pumpage? Maybe. Again, Canadian U.S. Chicago activity index came out at negative 21, negative 0.21, which was, I think, is a little bit weaker than last time, if I remember correctly. Yeah, last time no, a little bit more positive. It's still negative 0.21 for. But again, we didn't have PCE inflation data today. Beef exports came out. Here, I'll put this up on screen. Canadian producer prices should have been 0.9 versus 0.3. Previous year-over-year 6.1 versus previous of 6% for Canada. Where's all my stuff here? Hold on. Yeah, gold's at all-time highs. Look, so you see Canadian data show up, but not really. Platinum is roaring. Bears statistics says, yeah. I mean, Bears are probably unhappy today. We're up a lot today. I'm looking at breaking news here, but TikTok owner ByteDance valuation surges to $500 billion. So yeah, ByteDance valuation hits $500 billion as survival plan advances in the U.S. So you guys don't like this light theme for Bitcoin? I'll be back home this week. But again, ByteDance's valuation reportedly surging to $500 billion according to SCMP. Bitcoin now under 90,000 technically. Gold still close to all-time highs. Nvidia at 184s. Nasdaq is green on the day as well. What's up, Jay? John, if the market opens up at 9:30, why do things start to move at 8:30? Well, it opens up at 9:30 Eastern time, 8:30 Central time. I mean, as we get closer to the open, things generally move a little bit more. Sometimes they'll move early morning, though. It depends on when the news comes out. It's all relative to news, economics, markets, data releases, and more. So it just depends. I owe you. Thanks for the Oracle trade. Not an investment professional, brother. I don't even know what Oracle is, dude. You know. Yeah, 8:30 is when news comes out a lot of the time. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, gold could just be hedging. Again, gold's very close to all-time highs. Very close. Yeah, so rates are falling on Fed cut expectations. The dollar is weaker. Safe haven demand is surging. Geopolitical stuff going on too. So again, gold has been in a good as good scenario and a bad as good scenario. Gold thrives on uncertainty. And so if inflation's risky and we're less likely to cut rates, people hedge with gold. If the economy is weak and the job market is weak, people hedge with gold. And so gold has been on a good news scenario. The question is, do you guys think gold is going to break 5,000 anytime soon? I don't know. Yeah, the Fed's supposed to eject a little bit at 9 o'clock. We'll see what that looks like. I'm curious. So we are getting a dip in the NASDAQ here. I've got a combine account. Maybe I'll trade this one with you guys. If I fail this, remember, it's a combine account. You know what? I'll buy one NASDAQ contract here. It's a risky buy, though. I mean, this is kind of a greedy buy, I think. But it's a combine account. We can play with it. We'll add to it on a pullback. Go max size. See if we can win for the stream. Again, Moran is speaking right now. He says there were some anomalies in inflation data from the shutdown. The data suggests the Fed should be moving in a dovish direction, is what he says. Whoa. Look at this drop. This is some type of catalyst. JP Morgan is exploring crypto trading for institutional clients. I'm going to just go full size here and play with it. It's all right. Again, Moran said if we don't adjust policy, we run rising recession risks. I don't see a recession in the near term, he says. Recent data should push people in the dovish direction, he says. I don't trust this enough on my actual account, but we can try I might have to reduce my size, though, to be honest. Hopefully not. Hopefully it just rips up. But I'm not going to hold my breath for it. Again, Moran says recent data should push people in a dovish direction. I think I've already got like $1,400 or $1,500 in profit on this account. So we are trading in profit, but he said in the last few months we've seen data in accord with my view of the world. There's been tons of upward bias in CPI for the entire year, he says. Shelter CPI was somewhat distorted from the shutdown, he says. I've heard, that's what I heard a lot of people talking about, was shelter inflation was a little bit inaccurate. Again, but he says if we don't adjust policy, we run the risk of recession, is what he says. Again, gold broke all-time highs. Gold is now over $4,400 an ounce. You know what? I'm going to take some of this off on this bounce, just a little bit. That's close enough to where I can reduce risk relatively safely and then give it a chance to go. There we go. I'll hold this. How much did I lose on that trade? Let me see. We're okay. Kind of a stretch. Add some size on a dip if we get another one. There we go. Leave it like this. Yeah, I'm out of town right now. I'm at home. Palantir? Palantir's been doing really well, huh? I'm not shorting Palantir personally. I'm not going to mess with that. That's not something I'm interested in. Leave that to Michael Burry. Is anybody here interested in shorting Palantir? I could always add one back, but I have to cut it pretty quickly too if this doesn't work. All right, we'll add one back and then we'll leave it. We're green now. Now we're back red. Yeah, Palantir is just super strong, AI centric. I'm not really wanting to short that right now. It's just too risky to do so. No bull run until January 8th. A lot of people are saying this is the start of the Santa rally. I don't know. Do you guys think this is the start of Santa rally? There we go. I'm gonna cut like 45% of that off right there. There we go. I'm gonna cut another piece off and we're gonna hold the rest. Look at this. We'll add back now since we're very green. Sell some more. Slowly scale out. This is not the Santa rally, you don't think? Yeah, we're about flat. We cut most of this off now. Trying to see if there's any catalyst driving this move though. Let me make sure. Again, pending home sales. What's weird is that, again, Fed Moran says some anomalies in last week's inflation data. Says he risks we risk a recession in the near term if we don't adjust policy. Tax refunds next year, providing a bit of stimulus, he says. I'm gonna add to this a little bit more. There we go. Look at gold, guys. Gold's approaching all-time highs again. Gold's approaching it. Alright, so we're doing pretty good on this trade now. We're green now, pretty sure. I'll add some size back on a dip. Again, I think we gotta watch Nvidia today, Oracle today. Oracle's around $200 a share. Oracle's at 197s. I'm in Oracle, remember about the dip. So today, the Fed is supposedly going to be injecting $6.8 billion via repo, part of roughly $38 billion injected over the last 10 days, plus new Treasury bill purchases to smooth year-end funding and keep repo short-term rates calm. These operations mostly stabilize money markets. The effect on the Nasdaq and the S&P, though, indirect. See what crypto does leading into it. A lot of people are going to be watching Bitcoin leading into this. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm going to look for another dip that I can potentially buy into here, I think. I don't know. I wouldn't get the tariff dividend if we got it, just because I kind of phase out of the income requirements for it. But I'm not a really big believer in free money either. I don't think free money is good in any situation. I think it hurts whoever, like, I think you got to let the cream of the crop rise. And if you're giving out too much free money, it hurts the incentive for that to happen, you know. So it makes people more content sitting around, causes inflation problems, you know. And so it sounds good, and it makes people be like, oh, free money. And I get it. If you're struggling, it sounds great, and I understand, you know. All right, I'm going to buy this dip now. Now, we can get rid of income tax, though. I'm for getting rid of income tax. Get rid of that. Get rid of property tax, too, while you're at it, you know. For selfish reasons, get rid of taxes. I'm for it, you know. I don't care what politician does it. Just do it, you know. There we go. Again, starting to unload some of this. There we go. I'll leave this one on. Actually, you know what? I'm going to cut that right there. Alright, so we're doing pretty good here. Somebody buy this. Might add a little bit. We're going to start small on this one, though. I'm less confident in it, so we're going to start smaller. Yep. Property tax. In terms of arguments, property tax is probably the best argument to get rid of. Look, here's another bounce. You'll love to see it. I'm going to add to this, see if we pop over this level now. I'm going to take some more off there. Cut the rest there. Yeah, I'm waiting to see what that repo operation does at 9 o'clock this morning. I don't think it's going to do much, but... yeah, I know. I'm trading the NASDAQ. I mean, I think we should have some taxes, right? But I don't think we should be triple or quadruple taxed like we are now. We pay income, property, sales, you know? Like that. Yeah, I mean, it's just a little bit too much for me. Y'all check out Top Step as well. No PDT and futures. Day trade the S&P, NASDAQ, Dow, Russell, gold, commodities. Most day traders lose money, so it really is a useful way to learn when most day traders lose. I'll put the link up. Beautiful way to help support the channel. They recently reduced activation fees universally. Great way to help support the channel. Understand all the stuff on screen. I don't even claim to be a good trader. I'm definitely not an investment professional. Definitely not liable if you lose money. Some of these are they're a sponsor of mine, so I'm biased. I get paid by them, but genuinely useful. You want to confirm it all with them, though. I can't guarantee anything. And if you want to check them out, here's the link. I'm down on this one. I'm going to add up to 3. See if it goes up. I'd like 750s here. Is what I want. There we go. We're going to take some more off here again. There we go. Liquidate that too. Yeah, I'm going to sit around for this repo operation. I'm probably going to cut it a little bit early today. I got stuff I got to do. We got traveling to do, people to see, you know. So Gold's now pulling back a little bit again. Look at Oracle. Look at Nvidia. Again, Nvidia still ways from its highs, but can this market pump hold? Are your fees $2.80 a trade? I'm not sure. I have to go check what the fees are, but I'm trading mini contracts here. So like you can see all these trades right here. Like if you look at these, yeah, they're $2.80 a trade, but $2.80 on $50 in profit, $60 in profit, $90 in profit, $75 in profit. It's not much. Still very valid. Does the $6 billion injection make an instant impact at 9 a.m.? It'll do a little bit. It's probably not going to do much. We might see more stability in like spreads. Gotcha, pawn. Sorry, dude. I'm on the travel setup right now, brother. But yeah, I'll check it out for sure. Let me see. Let me check it on my phone. Yeah, I got you. Hold on. Sorry, Savannah. I didn't see you there, baby. Good girl. Yeah. Netflix entered into a $5 billion unsecured credit revolver. $5 billion unsecured revolving credit line secured two $10 billion delayed draw term loans. Hey, thank you, Straight Jacket. I appreciate it. Yeah, again, I'm going to sit around and wait for this injection. See what it does, and I'm going to cut it. Mini is fun until you find yourself on the losing side. What's the losing side, bro? I don't even know what that is. Losing side, man. What is that? That ain't me, babe. You know, that's not me. It definitely is me. You know, just to clarify. Top 3 most losingest loser in the world right now. Yeah, all good, pawn. That's all good, dude. I'm wondering if my computer's messing up right now, too. My daughter's getting into Bob Dylan. I gotta tell her, like, I like Don't Think Twice, It's Alright. I like It Ain't Me, Baby. I like a Rolling Stone, you know? I had to explain to her, like, look. Bob Dylan's lyrics are complete nonsense, right? This man is just speaking words. He doesn't even know what he's saying. He even admitted that. He's like, I'm just saying random stuff. Some people listen to Bob Dylan and they're like, oh, so deep. I'm like, dude, he is spitting out nonsense right now. Nothing he says makes sense. And that's before he got really like kind of like more into the hippie movement in the, you know, 70s. 70s he started hearing a lot of his music change too. Definitely. Oh, I see what's going on. Somebody just married an AI generated boyfriend. I think we're gonna see that a lot. Clapton's the GOAT. You know, that guitar, at least. Hey, thank you, Corey. Appreciate it. Do you still skateboard? Nah, man. My knee's too messed up right now. My knee's actually fine. Like, my knee hadn't hurt in a while, but I'm trying to go back to jiu-jitsu, not skateboarding. Skateboarding's fun, but I'm just not... Yeah. I should have bought this dip in the NASDAQ. I feel like a boomer right now, bro. I'm a millennial, but I feel like a boomer. My knee hurts, you know. Honestly, I tore a spring ligament in my foot during the same incident. That's what hurts the most, to be honest. I don't really feel my knee. My knee feels fine. I've been playing Halo a lot. NASDAQ's getting right back to the top here, though. Look at this. If you zoom out, it doesn't look as good, but should have bought that dip as well. Hey, dude. Hey, Yeah, you better sit over there or something. Yeah, you sit right there, bro. Lee. What? You say something? Bro, Savannah loves me, dude. See this? She can never leave me. Right here. She can never leave me. Right here. This is Savannah. That's right, baby. You just a good girl. Alright, let's see if this repo operation does anything. NASDAQ's starting to pop, though. It's at 25,740s. Nvidia's starting to creep up here as well. How about Jake Paul getting knocked out, though? The world celebrated. Let me check the news real quick. It says valuation split is likely among companies benefiting from AI. Companies in the AI field could face valuation dispersion over the coming years. Morgan Stanley strategist says in a note, companies that use AI to improve their productivity and lower costs are likely to re-rate higher while others fall behind. Moran says, I haven't decided yet if I'll vote for a 25 or 50 basis point cut in the next meeting. You know he's going to do 50. He said, you have to give Powell credit for wrangling 3 rate cuts out of the FOMC. He says, if no one is confirmed in my seat by January 31st, I assume I will stay in my seat. You know he's going to go with 50. NASDAQ's still popping higher here. Dude, I'll take that punch for 1 million. Throw me in there with Anthony Joshua. I'm losing, but I'll leave a rich man. That's fine. All right, guys. Here's 9 o'clock. Gold's getting close to all-time highs again. NASDAQ's pumping here. Here's 9 o'clock. There's 9. Let's see if we get any markets, any movements. Here's 9 a.m. Yeah. Markets are moving a little bit. Hey, Savannah. Alright, guys. I'm going to get out of here. We're not really getting any big movements here. NASDAQ's starting to push up, though. But I'm going to cut out of here. I'll be back home tomorrow, guys. I'll be back home tomorrow. Love you all. I appreciate the love. Check out Top Step. You want to help support the channel. No PDT rule. Get you around the PDT rule. Helps you learn how to trade with some risk, but not thousands of dollars per account. Great way to learn. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. They're a sponsor of mine, of course. I'm biased, but I'm going to cut out of here, guys. Y'all be good. Have a great day. And I'll be back home tomorrow. We got GDP tomorrow. We got PCE revisions tomorrow. Jobless claims Wednesday. So we got data all for the rest of the week. So I'll see you guys then. Oh, wait. Let me schedule tomorrow's stream, actually. I figure I haven't scheduled it yet. Hold on. Let me do that. Man, how long has it been since we got a GDP report, though? Nasdaq's getting up there, though. Alright, guys. As soon as I close the stream, it's going to bring you to tomorrow's stream. Alright. As soon as we close the stream, it's bringing you to tomorrow's stream. I'll see you guys over there. Again, be good. Have a great day. Y'all be safe in markets today. I don't know what the volume is going to be like today. But y'all be good. Be safe. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bright and early. Have a great day. Yeah, I'm just rescheduling the stream. I got you guys. Alright, guys. I'll see you guys over there. Y'all be good. Have a great day.